subscribe, support, stay positive.
Alright, buddy, what was it you're gonna tell me?
Hold on a second.
A story?
Yes.
What's the title?
It's called Dark City. The story it never ends.
Dark City, the story that never ends. Is this a true story? Are these real
I
things
made
that
it up.
happened? Made up, nice. Looking good, boss.
It's based on some of my action figures and the creative imagination.
You do. You have a wild, creative imagination.
So it goes like this. The city of Dark City, in Dark City, all the mobsters were doing their business. One of the oldest dons, Vinnie Corbin, is killed. Now, in the midst of that, they elect a president, a don. Well, all the other dons were off hiding because it was wartime.
Like a chieftain? They elect a chieftain?
Huh?
They elect a chieftain?
Yeah. So
Chief Don?
yeah, so they
Chief Don?
So in this whole process, they decided that they would pick an outsource. Well, all that, a new source had made itself available. An evil source at that. And he was the name of the Joker. He had been trying to make a name for himself for a while in Dark City, trying to hunt down and kill small-time gangsters. And they approached him and said, hey, here's the position. How would you like to run our city? Joker grinned and he said, sure, I'll take it. Well, in that process, the Batman was still running on threads with the Joker. And when he hears that Joker has been elected president of gangsters, oh, he is furious. He tries to hunt down, he makes this entire insurgent to hunt down the Joker and take him out of office. Well, Batman wears his self-thread and he ends up disappearing. And nowhere
Batman
sees
came
him
in?
again after that incident. Joker runs the city almost into the ground. He's taking militants and he's threatening the mob that he's going to run them out of town. And meanwhile, the government of the mob is pumping all sorts of benefits into the anthrax of the systems of what's going on. So now Dark City is at a hold stance, but now the good that once was Batman would protect the city is gone. Batman has disappeared, and Joker's now running the city, like as he wanted it. What he wants to do is kind of like what Ra's al Ghul wanted, but he succeeded. The Joker kind of succeeded with this, with his policies. So he ran the city into the ground, and then he rebuilt it to be himself. Well, in this process, other Congress members inside the mob wanted to overrun that. Well, all this, the cops were coming after, mercenaries were getting paid high bids to work for the Joker to be, a man named Jack Red, he was trying to get highest bidder. And Two-Face, Harvey Two-Face, what happened with him is, with his situation in my story was his Joker actually was running away from a speech when the whole place went up in flames. Mysteriously, everybody blames it on the Batman. The thing is, nobody knows where the Batman is. So what happens is that Harvey Dent is tossed off this. Inside the whole thing is on fire, and he gets his face burned off as Two-Face.
No.
And he becomes a threat to himself. He tries to threaten Joker, and he tries to bring up a gang of men called the Two-Face Gang to apprehend, take down Joker. Well, in this whole process, he's trying to do his whole coin thing, and he is, Dark City has fallen apart.
This sounds an awful lot like The Dark Knight.
No, it's nothing like The Dark Knight. It's a prelay story too, kind of like my own made-up version. But the thing is that, so what happens is, everything is in a flame, everything's up in flames, and everybody's wondering what's going to happen in the end. Well, so the elections of 2011 are coming around, and Two-Face and Joker they want to pick a new electee for the election.
So are they working together now?
No. They're running. Two-Face is now stepping up for candidate for president of the gangsters. Now he wants to run against.
Gotcha, the Joker.
So Joker's throwing all this stuff at him. Well, I should let you know by a landslide in 2010. Well, you should know that Joker's been carrying the position since 2009, and he wins the primal election in 2010. Wins that election. I can't remember who was running against him at that point. Some other gangster, but he didn't get it. He got killed in a car bombing. Someone basically set him up. He was going to get elected. But Joker, people believe that Joker had that guy set up. But he would have been a good candidate because he would have ran the gangsters perfectly. So in this process, everybody's up in the air about who's going to run. Two-Face steps up around 2010. That's how this whole thing electoral, who's going to get
all went down in 2010, huh?
Huh?
It all went down in 2010?
Yeah, it all went down in 2010, this whole election. Well, Two-Face didn't get the election. Two-Face was still on the back treads of trying to get up in this whole process. Who was going to get 2011? Who is honestly going to get 2011?
Honestly.
Well,
Batman.
No. So what happened? As I told you, Batman has disappeared.
Well, that's why I thought he was going to come back in 2011.
No. He's not even appearing in the story. Batman has disappeared, and nobody knows where he is. So in this whole thing, everybody is curious. Who's gonna step? Is Two-Face going to go get 2011, or when the election of 2011 comes up, there's a whole conspiracy about the vice president, the Joker Thug. Joker Thug has been doing some ties with other gangsters, and he gets himself killed in a shootout, a whole shootout, and so the vice president is taken out. So what happens is there's a lot of business that the main gangster government doesn't know about. So when the whole election ends up, Joker disappears also. He leaves, but they make like he died. They said Batman tied him up, shot him in the head, and let him die. Hold on a second.
Shot Batman in the head?
No.
Did I just hear you right?
The media in Dark City makes Batman, because Batman has not been seen at all.
Where the fuck's Batman?
Nobody knows. That's the thing. That's the story of it.
Wait, you don't even know?
The media in Dark City keeps saying it's Batman that killed the Joker.
Wait. You don't even know?
I know what happens.
Okay.
So in this whole process, people believe that Joker's dead. They found a body, but it was covered in makeup. It was kind of blurry. The makeup has rubbed off, and it's all bloody and everything. But no one can identify if it is the Joker or not. So they bury the body, but actually the Joker's in hiding because of a
Tommy, we should be doing this live right here. You sitting in the chair telling me the story, and that's going to be the show.
You said you were recording this.
Oh, I am recording it. You're right.
So the whole thing is this. Everybody is up and aware that the President Joker is dead, but when actually he's in hiding. So what happens is all the gangsters are curious who's going to step up for the electoral. And there's one man called Big Mad Joker Boss, and he was a second bodyguard to the Joker.
Big Bad Joker Boss?
Well, another person steps up
What's
as
his
the
name?
Joker Thug and steps in his place. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hold on a second.
Can you hear me? Tommy, can you hear me?
Okay, so...
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So here's what happened.
What was the name of the first guy? Big Bad Joker Boss?
Yeah, Big Bag Joker boss. He was working for Joker
Big
as a
bag.
body.
Big
So what
bags.
happens is so what happens is Two Face's I mean Joker thug steps up this is another Joker thug, the one that has a clean slate.
Hello?
And he starts running office.
Good.
He starts running it as Joker's campaign, but he throws
Okay,
his
good.
name in there most of the time because Joker's disappeared. So as he's running the campaign, as he's running the whole office, Two-Face is making his plan to make his case bigger than what Joker Thug has. So what happens is around 2011, the election pops up and
Hello?
Joker Thug has been doing a horrible job with the
Okay, bye.
city. The election falls down 100-1. And you want to know who got the win? Who's 101?
Big bag Joker boss.
No. Two-Face gets the vote. 101 votes.
Did he rig the election?
Yeah, the election.
Did he rig it? Did he rig the election?
Has now discovered that he has to rebuild what Joker Thug and Joker did to Gotham. He didn't
even realize he didn't even want that. He didn't even want that burden. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Did he rig the election? Did he rig the voting machines?
No, he did not rig the voting machine. He let the voters decide who they wanted because how Two-Face said what he was going to do was he was going to have opening things so people could have mixed fights. You know, they wanted to have it split down,
you know what?
decide the fixes and all this money ballots. So what happens is
this Two-Face guy is starting to sound like a real good guy, man. I might vote for him come in the 2013 election.
So what happens is that Two-Face says he's going to split down the money and the weapons 2 ways. That's how he thinks. He keeps saying how he's going to take care of the cities, bring back the trucks, make sure the trucks are running for the city, not anybody else. And if there's going to be a hit, it has to be known who's going to get hit. It can't be secret. So Two-Face is now running the state of Dark City. So as everybody's getting back in peace, there's a rumor. There's a speculated rumor that possibly that there's a force beyond anybody's reason that is coming back. Guess what happens? Joker Thug and Joker show up. He's not dead. He's been in hiding also. It's his plan to come back, tear down Two-Face's empire, since he faked his death, supposedly, and start spreading terror to the city. So through all that process, Big Bag Joker Boss and Joker Thug are planning a plot to kill. Well, in this whole process, now this is a separate part of the story, but I don't know if I should add it in there, but
throw it in.
Two-Face is killed 2 times and comes back somehow.
Killed one face, killed at a time.
No, it's just he gets killed, but he's brought back. So he's not afraid of death anymore. He's been killed once or twice, and there's been a whole conspiracy.
But you gotta explain that, man.
Two-Face's bodyguard, Snake Eyes, retires.
Snake Eyes.
Yes, he's a mercenary. He's a unfiled mercenary, off the system mercenary. What happens is he retires from being his bodyguard, and Two-Face comes out of his coma, asking where his bodyguard is, and they said they had to get rid of him because of sources of his background, his mercenary background, that he is connected to any other people, so they had to get rid of him. But Two-Face didn't know that.
No way.
Wait. So what happens is, so as this is going on, Two-Face comes out of his coma.
He gets out of his Tacoma?
What?
He gets out of his Tacoma? Two-Face drives a truck?
Oh,
the Tacoma. The Tacoma?
God, Drew, you want me to tell you a freaking story, or do you want me...
Do you want me to get the story right and understand it, or do you want me to be confused?
You know when people are sick and they can't wake up anymore?
Oh, the coma. A coma.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You slurred your 2 words, so like I couldn't really understand. I thought you were talking about a Tacoma. I thought you were talking about a truck. Toyota Tacoma.
But here's the fact.
He comes out of the coma.
Drew, can you please shut up?
Oh, dude.
I'm trying my best here to tell it, and you just keep interrupting me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, boss.
So what happens is, in between all this stuff that's happened, Two-Face is being brought back into office, and other people have been running his position. Joker tries to plan another attack on
Oh
Two-Face.
man, this story's getting good.
So he tries planning an attack, but that attack is faulted by the police, and Joker
The police.
is thrown in a containment unit, and him and Joker Thug are frozen alive.
Frozen alive.
Yes.
By what? The police?
Yeah, by the police, they put him in a special unit so Joker can never escape. He comes out of hiding in order to be frozen alive.
Didn't they do
Frozen
that?
alive.
Didn't they do that to the Riddler? Didn't they freeze the Riddler? No. No.
Just quit it. So what happened? So, and that whole process.
Well, the Riddler didn't come back, so.
A few years go by, and the city is calm and peaceful. Two-Face is running the city, and then there's a rumor that that something
Two-Face has been sleeping with
dark
Catwoman?
force might be coming in to tear down the city, and more people keep hearing this. Matalo, Bane, Matalo, Bane, Matalo, Bane.
Where are they hearing this?
What?
Where are they hearing it?
Just people are saying it because they know a storm is coming, a dark storm at that.
That's what I do when a dark storm's coming.
So what happens is Batman shows up again. He appears out of the darkness, and
Is that how you summon?
Everybody's surprised to see him since he
Is
disappeared.
that the chant? What